All right, I'm back. Said I wouldn't win it, but I might just do that. I kind of have to because I'm gonna do the keyboard thing with the guitar thing. It'd be nicer if I had somebody to at least. I know you don't need a drummer when you have a keyboard with preset drum beats, but you need somebody to at least do fill-ins and up the tempo. Um, It'd just be nice to have a band. I mean, but it ain't happening. Not in this stupid area. But I was bored enough to pop out the Chromebook and put sound on the box. Just more of a just rock. Again, my favorite damn store-bought guitar, and you would not believe it is the cheapest guitar I've ever bought. It's the Glarry again, $107. I have way more expensive guitars. I just love this. Maybe because it's just lightweight. It's not about the looks. It just has a sound and action. Maybe it's just because I have carpal tunnel and stenosis. And that's why I just. There we go. It was out of tune. I can still do that. I ain't lost that. I can tune the motherfucker without having to use a snark. I do that on a new guitar I built. I just tune one string with the snark, go the rest myself by ear. First attempt, I told you I had the keyboard I was going to use for some beats to just try to do something, have a drummer. I mean, eventually, when I get my buddy over here. Then we can do some beats. But, wait till the snow hits. There's still some nice days. So, this is just not really anything. It's just kind of a sample of what is to come. Got the Casio big ass keyboard, the box with just no pedals, preset, just on a good rock. Good rock sound. There's a lot of presets on this box. I'll tell you one other thing. You want a guitar for the price, $107. There's other ones, they're gonna go up to like 120. But I got this on a special. But you know, out of all the guitars I have ever had, and I have nicer. I have an Ibanez. I have a ESP, and I love the glarry. Now let's hit a beat. Let's see what happens here. Got the Casio going through the crate. 120 amp. I'm sorry, last time I said 125. It's 120. That's on clean, just for sound for the keyboard drum beats. I mean, that's not really the beat I want. Let me stop it. Find a different one. Pardon me. I need something a little bit more different. That was not exactly what I was hoping for. But, we'll just play along together. Let's see. You go to rhythm. You find the beat you want. No. 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 I'm liking that one. Not bad. Like I do any fill-ins. See, you can get into like some kind of, I don't know. Let's see, what else we got? Let's go club groove. Nah. No. No. Hey, you gotta know what you want. I don't like that. See, we're doing this together. you go. A little bit more normal. You might not know that. Just standard rock beat. You hear it? See, I'm not claiming to be any good guitar player by any means. See, that's hard to get used to. For me, it's hard to get used to because for years, I've always just played, guitar at my amp by myself, and syncing up the amp and the keyboard is a little odd. Oh God, I had to put the readers on. I wonder why my eyes were blurry. Put the readers on to see the settings and to take them off. Okay. Now I'm not here to impress. It's just something for me to do. Probably something for you just to laugh at. Okay. But it's not like having a drummer. So you have to really, if there's a certain song you want to play or make or learn, you got to get that tempo right. The beats are really good, and there are some standard beats. You got to get the tempo right, and the fill-ins is just extra. That helps. Doesn't hurt nothing. But you got to have a couple amps because the speakers on that aren't loud. So you plug that into a bigger amp, clean channel, so it sounds like clean drums that are mic'd. And then set your guitar on, whatever settings, but you gotta have that right. It would be nice to have somebody else because there are another way. There's a certain way you can do the rhythm beats, set the keyboards to a drum beat. Then that person can play keyboards as drums. So it really would be like you had a drummer. They could hit here and here and here on keys and have cymbals and high snaps and cowbells, and you could have a drummer with a keyboard. I mean, I've seen that in dive bars where there were bands that sounded pretty good and they didn't have a drummer. And but there was a guy behind a keyboard and you didn't really hear keyboard. but you heard a drum sound. And there was one band years ago, I forget, but it was a three-piece. There was a guy on guitar, a really pretty, hot-looking singer that was half naked, but she did sound good and played bass. And then there was a guy on keyboards, but you didn't really hear keyboards, so that's what he was doing. They had the keyboard, it was probably better than this one. The keyboards as a drum machine, and then when he was hitting the fill-ins, as far as hi-hats, snares, cowbell, that's how that can be done. I'd rather just have a real drummer. But, here's the glarry again. I'm not putting the keyboard on again because I still have to get into that. See, $107 guitar and a Vox amp that really kicks butt. You can have some fun. It'd be more fun with just one. Me. Uh, but for now, I said I wouldn't wing it, but I did because there's no really other way right now. I'd like to get back, get together with my buddy who does beats and whatnot, and he might have more of an idea how to do that. Or I just play riffs and he has beats already on his computer. I'm pretty sure he has way better programs and beats and whatnot on his programs than just a keyboard. Because he wanted me to lay down not beats, guitar tracks back in like 19 before COVID hit. And I told you before, I did not have anything to even do that. I had no interest in even playing guitar. And I told you before, upon COVID and stuff, I started getting back into that, and now I'm into it, and I'm trying to get these hands back. And I was going to do a video the other day playing, but this elbow, I don't know if you've all ever done this, but you crack your elbow on like a doorway and you don't remember even doing it, and then years, days, it comes back to haunt you. And well, for like 4 days, this elbow, I could barely move it. And then out of nowhere today, feels like nothing. But for like 3 or 4 days, I put a really tight wristband, a bigger, long, thick wristband I used to wear for my carpal tunnel before I bought these really good carpal tunnel bands that like double wrap and Velcro. I put a big wristband like a baseball player would wear on my elbow, and it was really tight. And because I had a copper fit elbow, but it just wasn't tight, wasn't doing it. So I just put a big tight wristband on for a few days, and the weather's still the same. It's damp here because I guess they don't believe in leaf removal. Everyone else but this place does. But, I rake mine over to the fence and screw the rest. But anyways, this glarry, I can't tell you, $107, and I bought it for the looks. I did reviews, and that I looked at reviews, and it reminded me of like a BC Ridge, bitch or warlock, and I had a nice black one years ago, and I really regret it. I traded it for a stupid python when I got married to my ex, and I got a python. Well, no, I pawned the guitar, then bought a python, and it died. So in the end, I had nothing. I lost my BC Rich. The python died, and then I had nothing. But I did used to have weird pets. I had pythons, scorpions, snakes. Actually, the best snake you can buy, if you do really want a reptile, is a California king snake. I bought one of those when it was a baby. It was that big. It was the size of a little pencil. I know it's guitar stuff, but I ramble on and I try to tell people other stuff that might be helpful. California king snake, black and white stripes. It was mainly white with black stripes, like the king snakes are, and they are called the king for a reason. Um, they are immune to other snakes' venom, and they will kill poisonous snakes. Um, I had one. I named it Elvis because it was a king snake, the king, and it went from a pencil. I used to go around with it when I wore like a button up in my pocket and come peeking out, freak people out. It was the biggest. Well, when I was little, it was a little baby, but when it became big, meaning within a few years, it got to be about 4 feet long. I don't know, thickness of a cane, or and it still was never mean. It was big and nice and sweet, and you could hold them. And other snakes I had were mean. I had a little corn snake that I bought that was the same size as the king when I bought it. Just a little corn snake, albino. And that little thing was mean. I mean, it was tiny. It'd bite you. It was no different than getting bit by like a mosquito, but it was mean. And um, then I also had I really like turtles and tortoises. I had two Russian tortoises, and they'll live for a long time. They'll live forever. They'll outlive you if you take care of them. You just feed them vegetables and lettuce and keep them in a nice dry tank. And I did have water turtles. I had red-eared sliders, uh, Mississippi mud. Just they're a little bit iffy-ish because you have to have big watery tanks. You got to always buy them feeder fish. And tortoises are a really good pet because they don't make a sound. You keep them in a nice tank. You feed them vegetables. And then, they're not going to get away from you. You take them outside, put them in the yard, let them walk around. They're actually a fun pet, and I probably will get another one someday. Probably no more snakes. But I did have like emperor scorpions. They're really cool. Just as more like art. You put them in a nice tank, take care of them. You feed them crickets, which are annoying because you keep the crickets in a separate little tank, and they're crickets, and you hear them chirping at me. What I like about the emperor scorpions is they're really cool to look at, and they glow in the dark with the black light, and they're neat. And I had a couple rose hair tarantulas. They're pretty cool, but like I never handled them. I'm just not. Other people do. I'm not keen on handling a big spider with like fangs that big. No, they're more art to just feed them close tank. And then I had a African what was it, bird, the bird eating one. I mean, it was as big as my hand, and it was cool. It didn't live long, and I took care of all my pets really well. And it had a blue cobalt, same thing. It didn't live long. Uh, Really never had much normal pets like people have, like dogs, cats, and stuff. Never had luck with those. Had a few cats years ago with my ex-wife, and all I did was just I'd be sleeping on the couch and they'd jump on me and claw the hell out of me. I mean, it didn't last. So we gave them to somebody that really liked and took care. Same with the tortoises and the snake. Uh, when we moved to Florida, sold the tortoises to a college professor, and he put them in his classroom. And then the snake, the California king, which I really loved and didn't really want to get rid of, but I didn't want to do a big, long move, road trip with a big, huge reptile, you know. Sold him to a veterinarian that wanted him as a pet. So I knew they all went to good. Same with the tarantulas. Sold them to a, a, a owner. You know, I mean, they're not hard to take care of. You feed them crickets and keep them in a good environment. But see, we go from talking about guitars and dumb keyboards to reptiles. I should have like, you know, two different channels or something. I don't know. That's bored as hell. So next time I gotta get used to this keyboard and get like a tempo in the setting for like a song I really want to play. But like, you know, there's so many songs out there, and this has so many sounds and anyway, I ain't playing nothing good. Until these hands, I think what I'm really thinking that'll make things better is come first of the year, I'm going to talk to my doctor, go back to a specialist, and get the carpal tunnel surgeries done. And then these hands won't be so damn numb. A guy I talked to a few years ago had both hands done, and he was golfing the next day. So if he's golfing the next day, I'm pretty sure, you know, with the laser thing they do now, uh, I might be able to, you know, play guitar. I'm not going to golf. I don't golf. So these will not be as numb, and come after January, when more insurance stuff kicks in, I might have some hands worthy of more than my crap that I do, and do less talking, and maybe play something real. So, okay, I just figured I'd do something, like it, I don't care. It's not like I'm here for views or likes. I just have a channel, do a video, that's what people do. I don't do no TikToks and all that crap, but I do some YouTubes once in a while, and oh well, that's it. You guys have a great day, and maybe next time I see you, I'll have things a little set up better, and with a better beat that will go with something I really want to play. Because before I said I wouldn't wing it, but I didn't think I was winging it this time. But then I guess there's more to that keyboard than I realized, and trying to sync, because I've always just played myself, either myself or with a CD, and play along. Uh, Enough said. Y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all next time. I'm going to flip this to the tube, then up to the book, and you know how that goes. So, all right, y'all have a good one. Peace out. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but video wise, it'll be a few days. So, goodbye.